you all. My name's Andrew Meyer. I work for the San Diego Audubon Society. It's an honor and a pleasure to be working for the marsh for the northeast corner of the bay and for birds and other wildlife throughout San Diego County, our most diverse, the most diverse county in the United States. So we have a lot of awesome plants and animals to look at and a lot of weight on our shoulders to make sure we're doing what's right by the planet. So thank you again for being here and helping in those missions. I get the honor of introducing a bunch of fantastic people that have devoted their career to projects just like this and spaces just like this. So without further ado, I'll get started. Again, thank you. We just learned, and you all get the pleasure of knowing that today is actually officially Love Your Wetlands Day, thanks to the San Diego City Council. Pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. This is our 18th annual Love Your Wetlands Day, and we're partnering up with climate volunteers, or California volunteers, on a Climate Action Day. The city of San Diego, headed with a proclamation by Councilmember LaCava, declared it Love Your Wetlands Day 2023. I'd like to introduce Councilmember LaCava to give us the proclamation. Thank you.
Thank you, Andrew. So no surprise announcement at the end there, but that's okay. This is something to get very excited about. As Andrew said, I'm Joe LaCava. I'm council member for District 1, which now includes Kendall Marsh. I'm very honored that it's now part of District 1, and it couldn't be more appropriate because I'm also chair of the city's Environment Committee, and I appreciate the opportunity to kind of kick off. We've got an august bus behind me and looking forward to hearing from them. In a moment, we're going to hear about the importance of wetlands, protecting them as ecological and economic and educational assets. We'll hear about the history and the proud traditions of where we stand today and need to share and preserve the value of these lands. We'll hear about the dedicated volunteers that can help maintain these wetlands. Not only these wetlands, but the new wetlands that we will create as a resource for future generations and a defense against sea level rise. But why else are we here? We need more wetlands. Do you agree with that? Do we need more wetlands? For San Diego, for our region, for our planet, we need this corner of Mission Bay to be the wildest version of wetlands.
Yeah.
We need all of you that came out today to make that transformation happen. We clearly see the value in expanding the marsh, and we need to help you make the decision makers understand that value. And I know the ones behind me do that. It is for these reasons, as Andrew said, that my council colleagues and the mayor have proclaimed today, February 4th, 2023, as Love Your Wetlands Day in the city of San Diego.
Thank you so much.
There we go. All right, enjoy the day. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilmember. Thank you very much, Councilmember LaCava. Councilmember LaCava handed the Love Your Wetlands Day proclamation to Christina Santa Maria, our conservation manager. My job is also to thank you, but thank everybody else. So first thing I'll do is to thank Christina for doing an amazing amount of organization to make this event happen. Thank you very much, Christina from San Diego Audubon Society. Thank you very much to Heather Henter, the executive director of the UC San Diego Natural Reserve System. Thank you. Thanks to Isabel, the site steward, the site manager for the Kendall Frost Marsh and the other 3 natural reserve systems in the UC San Diego system. Thank you very much to Ranger Sylvia and Head Ranger Carolyn for all of the work that the Mission Bay Park Rangers have done today to make this happen as well. And every other day that they're out here working for Mission Bay Park. Thank you very much to Shalika and Felix and Vanessa and the whole team at California Volunteers. There's a lot of California Volunteer shirts out there. It's awesome. And thank you very much to the Audubon staff, Karina and Coral and everybody else who's here moving tables around at 6:30 a.m. and 6:30 p.m. last night. So thank you very much to everybody who made this possible. But one of the biggest thanks goes to Dr. Stan Rodriguez, who's been a partner and a guide and a leader about how important this space is to us here today, but also to all of the Kumeyaay folks that have been interacting with the northeast corner of what we now call Mission Bay since time immemorial. It's my honor to introduce Dr. Stan Rodriguez. He is the Ipai Nation Santa Isabel member, a member of the California Native American Heritage Commission, and he is president of Kumeyaay Community College. And he, like I said, is a fantastic leader and partner and is a wealth of knowledge. Please help me introduce Dr. Stan Rodriguez.
Hauka e penya mate pe cham. Stama joyo winya chohinya makopai wiskwanan. Pele ho helikonya we huyo pe ya helpenya mat helpenya hasil week. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Stan Rodriguez. I'm from the Santa Isabel Band of the Ipai Nation. And before I continue opening my snoot, I want to call Priscilla Ortiz, who is Miss Kumeyaay, Kiyo, Kabachwe Peyo. Priscilla Ortiz is the reigning Miss Kumeyaay, and to tell you a little bit about what this means is throughout all the 12 Kumeyaay reservations in San Diego, they ask for somebody to represent our people. And it can be very, very competitive. But when we look for somebody who is grounded in a culture, grounded in education, grounded, in all these things. And Priscilla is one of the few people who still speaks the Kumeyaay language. So I would like to have Priscilla introduce herself. No pressure.
Hauka ipenyama Priscilla Wineshuhi Eshkunang Makopai Nyapum Washnai Makopai Ether Church Kumeyaay Community College Nyapum Ethni Hapuk Ipaya Stan Rodriguez. Good morning, everybody. My name is Priscilla Ortiz. I'm an enrolled member of the Ipai Nation of Santa Isabel, and I'm a descendant of the Rincon Band of the Paramquichem people. I work at Kumeyaay Community College as the Student Outreach Coordinator, and I'm also the Language Apprentice to Stan Rodriguez. And I'm very grateful to be out here with everybody, and I hope everybody stays safe and stay hydrated.
Good advice.
So real quick, I just wanted to say that all of us coming here from the 4 directions into this place at this time, all of us working together, this is a demonstration of the power of us as human beings. This land here is Kumeyaay sacred land. This is our holy land. The oceans, this area here, all of these things that you see here are in our creation story. It has almost vanished. It has almost been replaced. But what this shows is if we come together and work together, we can bring it back. And as we struggle with climate change and all the problems that are happening here, we seem to forget that if we come together, we have the solution with our hard work. And it takes all of us, from government to boots on the ground, people from all the directions, sharing our knowledge, sharing our spirit, and our love for this earth, who's the mother to all of us. So now I'm going to say a few words that I'm going to translate from American. I'm going to translate into English. Are you ready? Yes. Don't lie to me. Okay.
Yes.
Maya had na pao. Mayas, nawala niyo to mimp. To moyaw niyo oyaw mau. Sepo king ya penya map wiyu pi. Sepo king ya cha matao maat mayum ya map pesho. Mayum hasil wik pesho. Nyapum haches pesho. Mayum ya wait nawala nyip te church. Nyip mat ya tel. Ya wait ta pesho. Ohayi. Creator of all, your breath brings life into the universe. Everything that we know and we do not know has come from you. We ask that you bless us today for another day of life. Look upon all of us as we come from many different places. Bless us as we come here to work together, to protect this earth, to protect these wetlands, to help restore them. Because you, sacred earth, is our mother. And as our mother, you take care of us. And it is important that we take care of you. So bless all of you in your minds and hearts and bodies. And the last thing I just wanted to say, real quick.
So it's an honor now to introduce the Chancellor of UC San Diego. As I said, a great partner for us and doing all kinds of research and efforts right here at Kendall Frost Marsh on their own. It's Chancellor Khosla, thank you very much. Thank you. Nice to meet you.
Thank you, Andrew. Good morning, everybody, and welcome. Welcome to an amazing day in San Diego, which, by the way, is one more amazing day in San Diego. Every day is amazing. So we are, and it's especially I am so appreciative of seeing all of you community members here supporting the wetlands out here. I think you know better than I do that wetlands are an amazing and a very important community asset that are useful and helpful in many, many ways. And this wetland, especially right here at Kendall Frost, is about 40 acres, which is less than 1% of what it was before the 1940s, I'm told, more than 4,000 acres. So I think it's really important that we preserve this because they play a really important role. I see these climate action T-shirts everywhere. They play a really, really important role in the climate change that's happening right now, especially in terms of sequestering carbon. And for UC San Diego, I'm really proud that we are a great partner, and we have great partnership with the community and with multiple organizations because our faculty, our students, our staff get access to an amazing asset, an amazing resource out here to do research that's going to be, at least in my mind, game-changing and, of course, change the course of humanity and society. So let me tell you what is it that our people do out here. So first of all, these lands are managed by the UC San Diego Natural Reserve System in collaboration with Mission Bay Park. So thank you for that. And our people support a very thriving ecosystem. And our people are actively working on understanding how much carbon is sequestered right here. It is a non-trivial technical question. I mean, people know they sequester carbon. We don't know how much, and we don't know exactly how to increase the absorption. So that's an important question. So our people, our faculty, our students, our staff will build upon that research at this new Kendall Frost Field Station and Learning Center, which is like right there. You see the white structure there? That's where they live, and we're going to expand that. We're going to improve that so that we have better facilities for our researchers. So on behalf of UC San Diego and all the students who will learn here in the future, thank you to everybody. Thank you to the generous donors who support our work. Thank you to the city. Thank you to the county. Thank you to the country, especially the congressmen that support our work. And I also want to thank our collaborators, the San Diego Audubon Society, the Mission Bay Park, California volunteers. Without you, we could not do what we do. Our students would not learn what they learn. So let me just say thank you, and thank you, Councilmember Joe LaCava, for making this Wetlands Day. So thank you, everybody, and thank you for being here.
Thank you, Chancellor Khosla. And thank you for turning the backup sound off the bus, whoever did that. Thank you. Thank you, Chancellor. Now I get the pleasure of introducing Congressman Scott Peters. Congressman Scott Peters is here, and he is actually also super interested in carbon sequestration and the value of tidal wetland habitats. So thank you very much. Give me a round of applause for introducing Congressman Peters. Thanks.
All right, thanks, everybody. I love some wetlands. You know that we've only got about 5% of California wetlands left, and we've tried really hard to preserve them. Today, you're going to help restore them. We can't thank you enough for the work you're going to put in today. And so you can get to work, I'm not going to take very long. But I want to give you this message that, at least in the last term, your president and your Congress were on the same page with you. And we passed the Inflation Reduction Act, which included the largest investment in climate action in the country's history and in world history. And we need to put that money to work. Two things relevant today. Yes, thank you.
Yes.
Come on, $369 billion. You can't get that every year. But now we got to put that money to work. And related to this, we've got $8.45 billion for the Environmental Quality Incentives Program that can be used to address wetlands conservation through the Natural Resources Conservation Service, and $1.4 billion for the Agricultural Conservation Easement Program to be used for protection, restoration, and enhancement of the wetlands through the Natural Resources Conservation Service. We also fund U.S. Fish and Wildlife, NOAA, the National Science Foundation, lots of research, and we're going to find out how to do carbon sequestration and how to get ourselves and our country and our world on track to be saved by getting to a completely green economy by 2050. Thanks for your help with that. And remember, who you vote for matters. Can't say too much about that now.
Thank you, Congressman Peters. Good points. Very good points. Okay, so thank you again, and I now have the honor. A lot of the California volunteers work that's going on here is by a lot of partners that we've mentioned. We said thank you to them. Thank you all for signing up to take a climate action today. Clap for that too. And a lot of that is headed by our next speaker, Josh Friday. He is the California Chief Service Officer for the state of California. Congressman Peters emphasized the federal role in wetlands restoration and wetlands protection. Josh Friday has been leading a lot of the local action, the state action needed for preserving and improving and sequestering carbon, one of the great climate actions that we can take that takes a lot of organizing. So Josh Friday, the Chief Service Officer for the state of California.
Thank you, brother. How's it going, San Diego? Can you guys give yourself a round of applause? You showed up on Saturday to take climate action to protect our planet and protect your community, and we thank you on behalf of Governor Newsom and California volunteers. We are so inspired that you showed up. We are so inspired because we believe in the governor's office that the climate crisis is real. We are living it between the droughts, the floods, the wildfires. We know the crisis is here. And we also know that we are not powerless. We are not powerless when it comes to taking climate action. And you all here today showing up is proof of that. So thank you for being here. 2 years ago, the governor created the country's first statewide climate action corps, an amazing new program to say to all Californians, we need you, and we're going to create opportunities, whether you have an hour to give on a beautiful Saturday in San Diego, or you have a year to give as a Climate Action Corps fellow, that we're going to give you the chance to mobilize and organize in your community. And I just want to give a big round of applause and a big shout out to all the amazing Climate Action Corps fellows we have here today. They're around you. Raise your hand if you're a Climate Action Corps fellow. Let's hear it for you. We're also recruiting for next year, so if you know anyone who wants to spend a year of their life protecting the planet, protecting California, protecting San Diego, please have them go to climateactioncorps.ca.gov, sign up, and be one of these amazing fellows across our state. I also want to say thank you to everyone who came out today on this Climate Action Day. We're doing these kinds of Climate Action Days all across the state, and you are proof that together we can solve this issue and we can make change. So thank you for being here. And all of these fancy people and leaders from San Diego that are out here today are here today because you matter. Your action matters, and we're going to do this and we're going to solve this problem together. So thank you. I lost my paper.
Thank you very much, Josh. Next, we have up our new senator, Senator Blake Spear, who represents this area and a lot of the coastline in San Diego County. Please help me welcome Senator Blake Spear.
Well, good morning, everybody. Hello, good morning, good morning. I'm so excited to be with you today. My name is Catherine Blake Spear, and I have been traveling from here in San Diego to Sacramento to represent you in the state Senate for just 1 month. So I'm starting my second month, and I'm from... Thank you. Yes, amazing job. And I'm so thrilled to be here with you today, and I'm so thrilled by the turnout. There are so many of you here who are motivated by this, who want to fight climate change, to do what we can to rewild our landscape here along the coast. And that rewilding effort is so critical to the things that are important to me and so many of you, which are people and planet. Those two things we need to harness together to make sure that we reduce suffering and that we save our planet for our future generations. So I was working on that as the mayor of the city of Encinitas for 6 years. And thank you. Yes, we are a leader when it comes to climate action in Encinitas. And now I'm taking that same passion to the state senate and all of your passion and dedication. So together we can change the world. And I really want to thank you again for coming today.
Thank you, Senator Blakespear. It's fantastic. Thanks for the shout out that she's doing a fantastic job. Yes. And I want to emphasize the fact that we are here because you guys matter. We need to make sure that people listen to us, that we have the power that we need, and that we are informed by the research that shows what we can do best for climate action. So we're all working on it, and I know you all are as well. Another component to this, in order to get climate action done and solve the climate crisis, is Assemblymember Tasha Berner Horvath. She is our assembly member here and along a lot of the coast from San Diego County up north. So welcome very much. Morning.
Good morning, everybody. I want to echo what everybody just said. It is amazing that you are out on this beautiful Saturday morning. So give yourselves a round of applause for coming out. My name is Tasha Berner Horvath, and I'm the proud assembly member from everything on the coast, from Carlsbad to Coronado. And I just think it's amazing that we have this gem here in the Kendall Frost Marsh. And it's very sad, as Congressman Peters said, that we only have 5% of our wetlands left. And it's one of the things that we know science matters. And we know that science tells us that our salt marshes and our eelgrass sequester more carbon than trees. And so that's why I introduced AB 45 again this year, which would encourage more carbon sequestration, more investments in places like the Kendall Frost Marsh, more investment in our wetlands. And so that's why I love that we have a Love Our Wetlands Day, because that's amazing, right? And so when we come out and we have, I'm not sure you realize it's not so many events where I get to see so many great elected officials from the governor's office to Congress, to your state senator, to your assembly member, to my favorite mayor. Now I can say it's my favorite mayor because Catherine used to be my mayor because I also was from Encinitas. So we have a little tiff with us. But we're all fighting together. And the reality is our efforts, when you're here today, it's not additive, it is exponential. When we are all here together, when we're fighting at the state, at the local, at the county, at the federal level, all to restore our wetlands and to make sure that we keep what we have, because we know we've lost so much. We know we're doing a great thing, and we couldn't do it without you. So thank you for coming out today. Thank you for being here, and let's love our wetlands today.
All right. Thank you very much, Assemblymember Berner Horvath. So I don't know, just to emphasize what she said, today is the day to love your wetlands. You cannot love your wetlands any other day of the year. Usually the access to this important habitat is very restricted thanks to the management and the protection that's needed for the endangered species that live here. So usually we do not come out and walk around, we do not come out and make noise, we do not come out and have big parties like this, but we are allowed today, we told all the Ridgeways Rails that we would be here, we are allowed today to make a lot of noise, so please help me make a lot of noise for the City of San Diego Mayor Todd Gloria.
Thank you, Andrew. I appreciate that. Although I don't want to scare any flora or fauna. I want everyone to be cool. Listen, I know it's a long program, and you're here to do work, and I'm happy to take you up on that. But I did want to express, along with our council member Joe LaCava, this is a new part of his district. So give it up for Joe, who's looking out for PB now. Appreciate Joe. My partner here on the wetlands. Listen, I want to be just brief because, again, I want to put you to work. But as Andrew was mentioning, this is a special day. We don't always get to come out here. And I think it is important for the public to be able to see the wetlands up close, to understand that when we're talking about preserving it, when we talk about its importance, you don't have to take my word for it. You can see it for yourself. And I hope that by doing that we can garner additional support for not just protecting what we have, but expanding what we could have if we decide to make those efforts. I want you to know that with the great support of our Congressman Scott Peters, our great state representatives, and Senator Blakespear and Assemblymember Berner Horvath, and of course with our incredible Governor Gavin Newsom, everybody, represented of course by Josh, What we have is a team that's going to work on doing that. I think some of you know that the city is currently advancing a plan that would expand this marshland to create more natural habitat, more wetlands in this part of our neighborhood. I think that's really critical, not just because this place is so special, and it's special, so let's give us some more of it, right? But also because it's critical to our plans around climate action, around sustainability, and around making sure that what we love about our city is preserved for future generations. That all is understood. You heard from great folks already about the importance of climate action and about the importance of protecting our wetlands. I'm going to take this opportunity to tell you that you don't just have to love your wetland or to do something about wetlands just today. In fact, I'm here to recruit you because as some of these wonderful people with the t-shirts on show, the California Climate Action Corps is a really cool, exciting program that you may not be aware of. Josh is working his backside off to make sure more people know about it. But what we're doing is under Josh's leadership, we have created a program here in California that's larger than the Peace Corps. That's how big this organization is. And as he and Governor Newsom with the legislature works to get more people doing actions of service across the state, I want you to know your city stands shoulder to shoulder with the state of California to do that. Our version of this program is called Employ and Empower. And what we have is the opportunity to take 1,000 young people, and we're being intentional and we're focusing on former foster care youth, formerly homeless youth, youth from communities of color, to invite them to join the ranks of public service. Listen, in just 1 year, we've already recruited over 200 young people to do this work. And they are working right here in our sustainability department, in our park and recreation department, and we're working in many other departments of the city of San Diego. And let me just tell you, this is not just about a paid internship, although that's nothing. That's not just nothing, right? Students who are here, paid internships, we like those, right? It's not just about that. It's about a career pathway into public service. And so let me just sell you on this, and then I'm gonna get out of your hair and hopefully get you to work. Here's the thing. I have the best job in the world. Let me tell you why. I get up every single day with the one responsibility of making this city a better place to live. But here's the secret. It's not just the mayor that gets to do that. Every one of our 11,000 city employees has that same responsibility. And I want to give a shout out to all of our city workers who are here. We have a number of our park and recreation department workers who are here. Some of our traffic control folks out here. We have incredible public servants. And so through this program of the state of California that we've branded Employ and Empower in San Diego, you too can join the ranks of public service. And so it doesn't have just to be on I Love Your Wetlands Day to come out here and expand and protect this important corner of San Diego, but you can do that for an entire career. And I want to let you know that those 200 kids that we've already hired through this program, 6 of them now are full-time city employees. That's awesome. That's game-changing. And those are the people that are going to help us actually expand this wetland. They're going to make sure that Mission Bay Park is healthy for generations to come. And they're going to make sure that 100 years from now, a future generation of San Diegans can look at what we did in our time and said that we met the moment, that we raised the bar, and that we got the job done. So I'm here to recruit you. If you want to join the city of San Diego, I got a couple thousand positions available. So I want you to think about it. And I ask you to be a part of what I get to do every day, which is simply to leave this city better than you found it. So join us in this effort. We need you. Your city needs you. But today's a darn good start. Thank you for being here. Thank you to our leaders that are behind us. Thank you to the state of California, to Governor Newsom, and to Josh Friday. I thank you all for being here. Love your wetlands today and every day, everybody. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, we have mayor's permission to love our wetlands every day. So let's do that, actually. That's a better idea. Thank you very much, Mayor Gloria, an inspiring speech about the need to restore and expand the wetlands here, not only for water quality, not only for sea level rise resilience, not only for carbon sequestration, but also for access for all of us, including Kumeyaay communities that have been displaced from this area for a long time. It's fantastic to hear that. I now have, last but not least, the honor of introducing Savannah Stallings. Mayor Gloria's intro was fantastic because she is a person that has devoted her career to, as a California Climate Action Corps fellow. She's been working with us for almost a year now and is doing fantastic work along with Ari. We have 2 of them and we are honored. They are fantastic people doing awesome work in the Climate Corps program that Josh Friday runs and Mayor Gloria was just shilling for. So thank you very much. Savannah Stallings, please introduce yourself and get us going.
All right. Good morning, everyone. Can you hear me? Okay, cool. So my name's Savannah Stallings. I'm a California Climate Action member, and I'm giving a year of service to the San Diego Audubon. I spend most of my time out at their nature preserves, helping take care of them, prepare them for climate action, as well as at events like this. So I spend all of my time in nature, surrounded by people who are very, very passionate, which is my dream. We are so very grateful that you guys are out here. People in climate change, I think it can be really daunting and really lonely and really scary that this is happening. And that's why we love throwing parties like this one. So, thanks. Hopefully next year we'll all be back here celebrating 220 more acres of wetland here in Mission Bay. And so from the bottom of our hearts, thank you guys so much for spending your Saturdays with us. I hope you have so much fun. I hope you enjoy the marsh and all the birds, and thank you again.
Can we hear it for Savannah? How great is that? Dedicated a year of life to this community and to our planet. And I just also want to acknowledge that in addition to being a Climate Action Corps member and the many Climate Action Corps members here, what Mayor Gloria talked about is that with Governor Newsom's vision for service and civic engagement, because of the Climate Action Corps, because of the College Corps. Do we have College Corps members here in the house? Raise your hand. Woo! Because of the Youth Jobs Corps program that we run with the amazing Mayor Todd Gloria and the AmeriCorps members in California, we have a service of people larger than the Peace Corps that are out there doing incredible work every day, and we should be so proud as Californians for that. So I want to acknowledge all of you. Thank you. I also want to acknowledge that in addition to our incredible partners at UC San Diego, thank you, Chancellor Khosla, the amazing mayor here and everyone on his staff, Congress, our really important legislative leaders and Audubon Society. We also have 3 people who were appointed by Governor Newsom to the California Commission, which is Ben McHugh. We have Chelly Mohammed and Dan Newman that are here on behalf of the governor. Thank you all. So right now, who's ready to get to work? Who's ready to get to work? Let's go get dirty. Andrew's going to deploy you, and let's go have fun. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you. Thank you again. Yeah. Awesome. Okay, you're ready to work, and I've got the details right here.